Hi, and welcome to Anticipate, an Advent journey from the First Presbyterian Church in Lakeland, Florida. Well, it's hard to believe that it's Christmas Eve, and that means that we're actually at the end of our Advent reflections. We've journeyed through the prophets. We've looked at ideas about hope and joy and peace. I'm so grateful to all the folks on the FPC staff who have joined me in this journey, from Pastor Kenny and Dr. Paul and Dr. Connie and Dan and Scott in our fine arts department, to HL with our Vine service. It's really been cool to unpack and reflect on all of these different themes and all of these different scriptures that help us get ready for what we're going to celebrate tomorrow, and that's Christmas Day. And that actually turns over an entire new season in our kind of church calendar, what we call Christmastide. But today, Christmas Eve, is the last day of Advent. And FPC Lakeland will do what churches all over the world do. We will gather together for special worship services to celebrate the coming of our King of Kings and Lord of Lords. You know, when you think about it, that's really an appropriate thing for us to do, is to gather with other believers and worship Jesus on the celebration of his birth. When you look back over the Christmas story, you'll notice that Christmas is never something that is done or anticipated by just individual people. Throughout the story, you see people gathering, people getting ready. You know, Mary, she's pregnant with Jesus, but she's not doing it alone. Joseph has a miraculous announcement of Jesus' birth from the angels. Her relative Elizabeth also carrying a miraculous child. They're in even the pregnancy portion of Advent together. And then as we flip the page and we see the story unfold with the shepherds and the angels, notice what you see in Luke chapter 2. It says, "And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host, praising God and saying, 'Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace among those with whom he is pleased.' When the angels went away from them into heaven, the shepherds said to one another, 'Let us go over to Bethlehem and see this thing that has happened, which the Lord has made known to us.' And they went with haste and found Mary and Joseph and the baby lying in a manger." It wasn't just one angel. It was a multitude of the heavenly hosts together praising God. Glory to God in the highest. And they didn't go to just one shepherd. They went to a group of shepherds. And the group of shepherds together said, let us all go and see this thing that's been made known to us. See, worshiping God, especially at Christmas, but really all year round, it's never something that's done in isolation from other people. It's never something that individuals do alone. And that's why tonight, we, along with churches everywhere, we will gather together to share in the celebration of Jesus' birth. When you look forward just a little bit, in Matthew chapter 2, you see the visit of the Magi, or the wise men. And it's not just one. We typically think of it as three, but really it could have been more than that. They go looking for the child, Jesus, and say, "We have come to worship him. We saw the star. We have come together to give our honor and glory to the King of Kings and Lord of Lords." That's why we worship tonight. And so I encourage you, if you're a part of FPC Lakeland, to join us this evening in one of our 3 worship services. And if you're not here locally, if you're traveling, then find a church, even if it's not your home church, even if it's a church that you're unfamiliar with, so that you can gather with other believers as they celebrate the birth of our King. And if you don't have a church home, if someone has shared this Advent reflection with you, if they've sent it to you, forward it to you through email, or you've shared it with you on Facebook or whatever, I encourage you to join a church home tonight, even if you don't know it, even if you don't know the people there. Because there is something powerful that happens when we gather together and we worship God. Don't miss out on that incredible part of this journey. Don't miss out on listening to other voices sing Silent Night and Joy to the World and O Come All Ye Faithful. There's something powerful that happens when we come together to worship Jesus. I hope you'll do that tonight. Have a Merry Christmas.